I'm here at Hockaday, National Association of Black Journalists, Rutgers chapter, March 7, 2014, here at the Black Student Union, NAACP, and DBSC Stand Your Ground event. We're here in a protest against Stand Your Ground laws, standing for social justice. I'm here with Imani and Hadia, both members of the Palestine
Students for Justice in Palestine.
Muslim Girl. As well as Muslim Girl. And we're here to just get their take on the event. So guys, how do you feel about the event in general, and how it has affected American culture thus far as the Stand Your Ground laws go?
I think that racism is something that still pervades our society to this day. I mean, like, we don't live in a post-racial society at all. Whether it's crimes that are taking place on the pretense of laws like Stand Your Ground, which have a racist background in and of themselves, to even our foreign policy in situations like Palestine and Iraq and Afghanistan. And I think that the most important thing is for all of us to stand together in solidarity, because racism that affects one minority is racism that affects all minorities.
Imani, do you have any?
Well, I think it's important, going off what she said, for solidarity, because I think generally within American U.S. history, there has been many minorities model their struggle fight after the African American and the Black rights movement. So I feel like we can learn a lot from this, and a lot of the minority groups, I think, seeing this will kind of wake up that we can fight for our own causes, just as the Black Student Union has.
Excellent. So what steps do you guys feel need to be taken in order to shift this racial bias that you've seen in American society?
Well, foremost is, of course, raising awareness about it. When people see that this is affecting their own peers and students here at Rutgers, and they see that we all feel very passionately about this, and that it's also having an impact on our day-to-day lives, they realize that it isn't just some abstract notion, this type of racism that they can't, conceive in their own heads. It's actually a real thing, and it has serious consequences.
I think the first step is for us to actually acknowledge there's a race problem. I think we've reached the point where we whitewash races into thinking that we're all this coexistent diversity thing, and they're all okay for all we don't see color, but there is color and there is issues, and I feel like we have to acknowledge the fact that there are racial issues, and I think that's the first step for us to actually continue the fight in other kind of spectrums. But I think first it's acknowledgement of the race issue as an American society and of different privileges found within the society.
And lastly, I'd just like to ask also the mission of each of your organizations, what you guys stand for, your mission, and what you're trying to accomplish here at Rutgers, and how you guys came to collaborate with this event as well.
Well, Muslim Girl stands for eliminating stereotypes against different minorities and building bridges across all different communities. So this is really important for us to be out here today, and especially when we're fighting so hard to eliminate, to rid other people of preconceived notions that they have of Muslim women and of other communities as well. It's really pertinent for all of us to be able to come out together and stand for this issue when it affects another community just as well as our own.
Students for Justice in Palestine is, like the name says, we advocate for the struggle, for the acknowledgement of the occupation and the acknowledgement of the apartheid that's happening in Palestine. But I feel like this event speaks to us because Palestinian struggle movements in general have taken a lot of inspiration from the South African movement, the civil rights movement, and our struggle has been very much inspired by the Black struggle, and I feel like by showing up in solidarity and in unity, we can kind of collaborate and kind of show that in the end of the day, all minorities, all people of color have the same struggle.
Excellent. So here we are, March 7th, 2014. This National Association of Black Journalists, Rutgers chapter. I'm Justin Hockaday here at the Stand Your Ground protest. Signing off. Thanks.